Here's me on day 1.
No! Dude, I was so
And
close.
here's day 14.
Yo, that was the best one I've ever done.
There are a lot of Rocket League videos on YouTube that will promise you that if you just do this for a few days or for a week or for a month, you'll rank up to GC or whatever. Instead of just telling you an empty promise, I'm gonna show you what training every day for only 2 weeks did for me. I'll show you how I learned and what I learned, instead of just, trust me bro. I'm newer to Rocket League, and recently I was able to hit champ in 2v2.
It is, you're champ. You're
Go, dude!
But notably, my mechanics are not super developed.
My fault, man. I'm gonna have to chip this better.
So I decided to change that. There's a quote I like that says, "Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway." I really like the time will pass anyway part. 2 weeks ago, I hit champ. 2 weeks. I could keep doing my normal thing for 2 weeks of getting on, playing some games, and getting off. Or I could focus on improving some things that I've been ignoring. 2 weeks is gonna go by either way.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
So for roughly an hour a day for 14 days, I worked on a few mechanics that I knew I needed to improve at.
Dude.
Starting with speed flips. Very useful and something I have avoided learning because it's hard. I wanted to improve my aerial control. I'd consider myself novice at this. And I wanted to improve my air dribbling, which in turn became me trying to learn flip resets. Again, just roughly an hour a day. Not that I'd spend an hour on each mechanic, just about 20 minutes each for a total of 1 hour. Of course, these are just 3 things. There are many more for me to learn, but I wanted to just focus my attention on a few things at a time. 2 weeks. The time is going to pass anyway. Let's see what happens. My plan was to start with speed flips for 20 minutes, and then move on to some aerial control drills. Instead, I got locked into trying to land just 1 speed flip.
It feels hard to imagine I could have gone faster than I just did.
After 20 minutes, I still hadn't gotten one, so I just kinda 5 more minutes to my way into grinding it for an hour straight with no success. Even reducing the game speed to 50%, I couldn't even land 1.
Why is my car scraping the f***ing ground, dude?
I did this for an hour. This is gonna be harder than I initially thought. I spent only 20 minutes practicing speed flips today, still with no success. Although I felt like I was getting closer,
Dude!
but I couldn't keep only trying speed flips. I worked on air dribbles and started simple. My main goal with the walled air dribble pack was to just hit 3 in a row. Don't worry too much about how nice of an air dribble it was, just first focus on consistency. Then after 20 minutes of air dribbling, I should have started some aerial control drills, but I was so annoyed at speed flips, I went back and tried to focus on speed flips again. And thanks to this video by Tip, I finally hit the ball on the musty training pack.
Holy f***ing shit! I hit the goddamn ball.
50% speed, but I did it.
So when you do it the original way, you have to like, I can't even move your stick up to the left, then up to the right, and then back. And with this tip method, you just hold your air roll, and then you can kind of just do a flip cancel. Yeah, I just got it. I mean, I missed the ball, but yo, shout out Tip, dude.
Finally starting off with aerial control. I've practiced this a bit before, mainly with this follow the ball around the center of the field drill, which gave me a solid foundation, but now it was time to do figure eights on the pillars map. So I threw on some tunes and I got to practicing. I only cared about completing the figure eight, never how clean it was. Just go through it. Baby steps. That was enough for today. Speed flips were improving. I could actually hit the ball again.
Yeah.
20 minutes of practice, and then 20 minutes of air dribbles, which were coming along very nicely.
Yes, dude. Yes.
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do at all, but when I first started playing, I thought air dribbling was the coolest, so it's the very first mechanic that I tried to learn. And as a result, this is my most developed skill in the group.
Hey, that was kind of cool.
The comments on my previous video had pointed me to this Lost Field video. This video is long and full of a ton of information, but I felt like I was getting a better feel for aerial control. So I practiced some drills that I learned from the Lost Field video.
Tornado spin, and we're up. Now we turn. Yeah.
Still a long way from where I want to be, but progress was being made. Speed flipping is coming along. I knew I could finally do it, but I wanted to try to improve my consistency. So the new goal was to no longer just hit the ball, but rather get it 3 times in a row. I started on 75% speed to improve my mechanical timing, and I almost got it 3 times in a row.
Oh, damn.
More tomorrow. Just scoring off no defense air dribbling is too easy for me at this point, so tomorrow we're gonna get more complicated with it. We're gonna try to learn flip resets. Flip resets are fucking hard. I've been trying 2 different methods with limited success with both.
So the first way you can do this is like trying to like stay upside down while going after the ball. And then the other way is to just flip as you're like approaching the ball.
I was able to get the reset a few times,
Hey!
but that was it. 20 minutes flew by. More tomorrow. I was horrible with speed flips today. I couldn't even get a single one. 20 minutes of failure.
Oh my goodness, man.
It was time to move on to my aerial control drills. I was able to do figure 8s at full speed now. Definitely seeing some improvement. Starting with aerial control, I'm seeing some improvement for sure, but nowhere near where I want to be still. The general figure 8 has been kinda easy for the last 2 days, so I'm gonna up the difficulty for myself on this pillar map and go for that X shape. Back to speed flips. I didn't get any yesterday, so now I'm kinda annoyed. It's time to lock the f in. Today was a great reminder as to why it's important to stay the course. Even though I had a horrible day yesterday, with speed flips today, I had by far my best day. Able to get 2 in a row several times, and almost getting that 3 in a row mark I'm looking for. See, even on a bad day, you're subconsciously learning what doesn't work. So when you are landing them, your brain is able to register what it's supposed to feel like to execute the mechanic. I was able to start determining whether or not I would hit the ball in time off the launch, and that's a very good sign. It's indicative of my brain picking up on the good feeling when I do the mechanic correctly. Okay, on to flip resets. I was able to get several resets today, which is very encouraging. I was only focused on getting the right contact on the ball. As you can see, I'm not prepared to do anything with the reset once I have it, but progress is progress, one thing at a time.
Oh, yo. That was pretty good.
Starting off with aerial control, I did some basic warm-up drills, and to my surprise, I felt like I had a solid amount of control over my car. I was able to get the X shape at full speed. Crazy to think how far I've come in just a week. I still feel like I don't have total control, but I'm definitely seeing improvements.
And that's it. We have done the thing. Let's go, dude.
Speed flips are starting to make a lot of sense to me. The best part is, I can tell straight off the kickoff whether or not I'll hit the ball or not. I was chasing 3 in a row, and not only did I do it, I got 4 in a row.
Dude, that was 4 in a row, man. Let's go.
Today was easily my best speed flip day, as I got more than I ever had, building so much muscle memory in just a week. If you remember on day 1, I spent an hour at 50% speed trying to land one single speed flip, and I couldn't do it. 7 days later, I can hit 4 in a row at full speed. I mean, dude, how sick is that? Flip resets though, tough day. This was a super hard mechanic, and I didn't even get 1 reset. But like everything else, we stay the course and keep practicing. We learned today what didn't work, even if it was just subconscious. Starting again today with aerial control, I felt like the figure 8 and X routine had run their course. It's time to get more challenging. So I started trying a rings map today, and wow, is that more difficult than anticipated. To my surprise, I had a solid amount of aerial control. Right now, I only care about getting through the level. Not worried about speed, we'll do that later. But I couldn't even get through level 1.
Okay, back. Okay. Okay. Just keep it steady. Just keep it steady. Oh! Wait. No.
That's fine though. We wouldn't want to get too good too fast. More tomorrow. Speed flips are coming along nicely. I'm not sure if anyone else has this problem where the timer starts before I even press a button, but it is super annoying. Because I was tired of dealing with it, I just started cycling through each angle. That's good anyways, as I need to practice for real kickoffs after all. I was able to get 5 in a row. A new personal best. On to air dribbles. I decided to take a step back from flip resets today and just instead challenge myself to use air roll during all of my air dribbles. So here's the thing. I'm perfectly willing to accept this is some level of cope, but I swear a lot of Rocket League players think a play or even a player isn't good unless their car is spinning every single time they jump. I can't seem to understand why it's necessary. Sure, theoretically it's better to have full control over your spinning car, but look at me air dribble without air rolling. Oh wow, I'm able to have a ton of control. Now let's try air roll. Oh wow, now this is 400 times harder. For what real benefit? Aesthetics? I don't know, man, whatever, I'll keep practicing. Oh, I went back and I beat level 1, by the way.
Alright, don't mess this up. Alright. Level 1, dude. Yeah.
I decided to dedicate a bit more time to aerial control today, and plan to complete this rings map. So I gave myself 30 minutes. Okay, I might have gotten a bit carried away, but I did complete it, and I can feel a ton of improvement. Even though I'm only feathering and I'm going really slow right now, I was able to get through the rings map. I practiced speed flips a bit more and my air dribbling, but that's all the time I had for today. Until later, when I had the itch and I hopped back on the rings map again, and I beat it again. A little bit faster this time. I wanted to start with flip resetting today, since I'm making solid progress on everything else, and I've yet to actually use a flip reset. I can immediately feel my aerial control improving, but I'm still having a hard time getting the reset. I tried for about 10 minutes before remembering something that I heard in a flip reset tips video.
When you're trying to get the reset, you need to have momentum as you fly into it. That's why we did that brake tap on the wall. It gave us the space we needed to build that momentum, so we're not just chasing it from 2 inches away in the air.
I need to tap brake before I jump off the wall. This provides the necessary spacing to make the appropriate contact. After making this adjustment, I was getting more and more resets, but I still couldn't score. After another 10 minutes or so, it finally happened.
Go in! That counts, dude! I don't care how weak it was. That counts, man. That's a flip reset. Look at that! Somebody 100% would have blocked that in game, but I don't care, man. Come on.
I was so excited. After I had finally landed the first one, I had broken the seal, and I was getting them more and more. These still won't be that effective in an actual game, but it's progress no less. Okay, on to speed flips. Speed flips went well, still pretty consistent, although the best I could do today was 4 in a row. I did a little bit of rings as well. I had to try to get more flip resets. The dope hit from getting 1 done successfully was worth it. I was able to get many more.
Yo, that was, dude, okay, and that's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row. Okay, that was actually kind of good. I mean, again, I don't know if this would really work in game, but like...
There's still a lot to learn here, but getting the actual reset was happening more and more consistently. Speed flips felt as good as usual, although I could still be more consistent for sure. And I was able to do the rings map even faster, definitely feeling more and more control every day. Another really solid day, seeing overall consistency across all of my drills. It's crazy to see after just 12 days. I have moments where I feel like aerial control is fully clicking, and then I have moments where I can't control the car still. While I'm impressed with my mechanic development, there's only so much you can learn in such a short amount of time.
All of this practice was paying off because I was even able to do this in one of my games.
I got it.
And you scored. Beat flips.
2 days left. I've decided that for my very last day, I'm gonna try to set a PR throughout all the drills. So today was my last day to prepare, and hopefully on day 14, I'll see my best day yet. So I'll go for my fastest time on speed rings 3, I'll go for more than 5 speed flips in a row, and as far as some air dribbles and resets, I don't know, I'll just see if I can do some cool shit. Last day to prepare, gotta lock in. This is it, trying to go for personal records. We start with speed rings 3. I had a really strong start. My goal was to get under 10 minutes. That was getting out of reach quickly as I started to get hung up on some sections. 10 minutes might have been ambitious. But we power through, and ultimately, I was able to get by far my best time and something I'm pretty happy with relative to where I had started.
Alright. That was still not good, but way faster than I ever did it, and especially compared to my original time, I can say there's some clear improvement that was made.
On to speed flips. My previous record was 5 in a row, so it was time to go for 6. I'd given myself 20 minutes. Can I pull it off? They were feeling pretty good today straight away, but it was all about consistency. How many can I get in a row?
Okay, dude, that was it. That was my best. I don't know how many I did. I think it was 7 or 8. Dude, let's go. That was it, man. Oh my goodness, dude. Speed flips.
After only about 7 minutes of trying, I was able to get 8 in a row. I'd say this was a clear success, having not been able to land a single one during my first day to 8 in a row. I feel super proud of that. And lastly, flip resets. I had said to myself that there's no real personal record, just try to do some cool shit. And that's exactly what I tried to do.
Okay. Alright, I mean, again, that felt like super under control, which felt good. I don't really know what more I'm expecting out of myself, you know? It's like, for the sake of this video, it'd be great to just pull some crazy shit out and be able to do it, but like, realistically, when I first started going for the flip reset in this, I started regretting that, because I was like, dude, this is too hard, and like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this footage of me just failing. Not only am I able to do it, you know, with some reasonable level of consistency, but like, I feel like the fact that I can do it at all, I'm just super proud of, and while I can definitely, and will, because this is addicting, I will say that, flip resets are fun. I will continue to try to get better, but I don't really know what I'm expecting to pull off in this training session right here, so I don't know, man. I'm super happy I can do it at all. Really, really hard.
So that was it. That's what 1 hour a day of focused training for 14 days was able to do for me. I'd say it was a clear success across the board, especially when you look at them side by side. It's amazing what practice and consistency can do for you. I definitely like to keep improving these skills, and I will continue to practice them. I'd love better aerial control still. I can do rings maps, sure, but I can't lie to myself and pretend I have total car control, because I do not. There's still a lot of work to do there. Speed flips will continue to get more and more consistent the more I do them, and flip resets might be in my bag now, but there's clearly a lot of room for improvement there. There are more mechanics to learn, and I'll probably make another video like this in the future, as not only was this a fun process for me, but also very helpful. This game is fucking hard, and it's easy to just tell yourself, oh, I'll never be able to do that when you see certain mechanics. But if you take the time, practice, and don't get discouraged, you can learn. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey, and I wish you the best of luck on whatever mechanics you're grinding. If you aren't practicing anything, consider giving something a few weeks of attention. Remember, the time is going to pass anyway.